Hey guys, what's up? So I remember I did the driver's side. I didn't obviously show you guys how to take the door panel off and all the proper steps, so I'm gonna do that now as best as I can. Basically, you got your door panel. I wish I was able to open up the door more, but obviously I live in a condo, so yeah. So anyways, so basically this is your door panel. Obviously not much. You do have a screw here. You gotta take this clip out, you got a screw there. You also have a screw, if I could see it in the video, you got a screw there. And then you have a couple of them down under. So, some there. Basically just take all those out. Once you take all those out, lift up the bottom of the door panel. Kind of try and slide it over just a little bit after you lift it up, because it does tuck a little bit underneath there. And then once you pull it out, you're gonna have two rods that connect here. So I'll see if I can show you that. All right, door panel off. Like I said, you're gonna disconnect these two from the handle. A couple connectors, 1, 2. Last one should be the, yeah, these are my wife's Crocs. We rocking them every time I work on the car, comfortable. Anyways, so basically this is the light connector that goes on the bottom, and that's it. But as you can see, look at my little itty bitty speaker. This is the obviously OEM box, 4-inch speaker. Never really understood why they did that, but it is what it is. So that is exactly why this is the new upgrade that I don't think most of y'all seen. Boom, look at the big difference, 6.5. And you see these adapters, they are the exact same style as that. So like I said, I will put the link down below, but big difference. Big difference. Same speaker. I like these speakers, and on top of that, it's more of a budget speaker for really good sound. I'm not trying to spend $200, $300, $400 on door speakers or components or whatever the case may be. It's just not what I'm here for. I have a single 12. I'm good. So, but like I said, I will go over that entire thing with the installation, the wiring, just so that way you have a good idea of how to do everything. So yeah, so basically what you got to do now is, I mean, I'm going to take the speaker box apart anyway. So let me actually give you guys a little insight. When you clip this, okay, this is the tweeter wire, okay? It's going to go into here, right? Then this is the speaker wire. I believe the light green is positive and the blue is negative, right? It connects into here. The reason why is because in this box, when you take the speaker out, they put 4 different wires that are different colors. So if you're changing your speaker and you're like, damn, like I know that, you know, light green and blue is this, but why is it when I open this I have all these weird different colors? Well, that's why. That's exactly why. So like I said, I can't do this record and stuff, so let me just explain. Take the speaker out, you got 4. Take the speaker out, unplug it, take this box out, you have 1. You have 1 hiding up there, 2, 3, 4. Pull this out, there's nothing else connected to it. That is it. It's literally just these 2 connectors, and that's all. So come over here, and I can tell that this is the first time this is being ripped off. Let's rip this all off. Not to at least, you know, break it, but pull cable through, pull this back out, just to give you space, because the actuator is going to come from this bottom space right there. So, example, like I gave on the other side, but the bolts were missing. You want to take this bolt off because that is for the channel for the window. You want to take this 10 out. I mean, it's 12. You want to take this Torx out. You want to unclip this from here because that's what has the 2 connectors. And like I said before, to take the door handle off, obviously these are covered, so I gotta take those out, but you have 1 screw there. The other 2 are on the other side, which definitely not gonna be able to see because I gotta take these 2 stickers out. Then other than that, you have the T30 Torx that come out of here, and then basically pull it out. So let me do that now, and I'll show you how the door handle comes out. The handle is out. I'm gonna show you guys now, obviously. So close the door a little bit. All right, so this is the door handle. You're obviously gonna have 2 slots. You got this slot, see where that hole is. This is a clip, Same thing, hole, clip. All right. So when these are the bolts I'm talking about. You can see the holes from the other side of the door. Just take those 2 pieces of tape off if you have them. 2 10mm. There you go. So you have the other rod fell down. It's a disaster to grab now for some reason. Okay, so say you have 2 rods here. One here, one there. This is for the flip handle part. These are both of them. So basically just disconnect those from out here. Just be very careful not to break those tabs, because yeah, you won't be able to put your door handle back on. So basically that's for the key, this short one, that's for the key, and then that's for opening when you actually lift up the handle itself. Give you guys another quick update. I already installed the speaker. That's what it looks like. Like I said, it's the same procedure when you take off the OEM box. There really wasn't nothing really to show you guys. I had already pre-mounted the speakers last night inside the house, just so that way it was easier instead of holding it up and making sure it's straight. Whatever. So that's the wire harness. So light green is positive, blue is negative. If you guys need to know the wiring to the cars, there's a website called the 12 volt, and it will give you all the information you want, or look it up however you feel. Now the reason why I did male and female butt connectors is because it's a lot easier to disconnect. I will be running an amplifier in a couple months to these door speakers. As of now, no. So I just wanted to install them to get better sound quality than those 4 inches. So that's what I did. But this isn't gonna be like this. This is all gonna be covered. I have really good wire to buy. You can get it on, not wire, tape that you could buy. It's called Tessa tape. This is interior, so you see how it's like cloth, but it's sticky, but it's not like how electrical tape is, which if you know what I'm talking about, then you understand. But this is called Tessa tape. Tessa tape is really good stuff. It's German made. The only reason why I know about this stuff is I used to have an Audi, and they have one for the engine bay as well that's actually heat resistant. So that's actually really good if you got to wrap up new wiring, amplifier wiring, just whatever the case may be. So I will be wrapping this up with this and making it clean, making it look like one whole piece. So yeah, but like I said, you don't have to like these connectors that I did, but like I said, it's much easier. I literally have my entire radio connected like that with female and male connectors, because it makes it so much easier to just unplug. I mean, unless you have posi taps or whatever the case may be. But I don't like to use just straight butt connectors, because if you mess up, then you got to cut the wire even shorter, redo it all. At least here, oh man, I messed up from positive to negative. Guess what? Unplug, unplug, switch, and there you go. I'm good to go. So, but then again, it's everybody's take. Like I said, this is the tweeter. I will not be using it. This one's actually blown, this tweeter, so obviously I won't be using that. The other one's disconnected as well. Later on, I'll figure out what I want to do with those. If I want to add components or whatever the case may be. But as of now, I'm not using that, so I'm going to wrap up this electrical connector as well. So yeah, so basically as of now, I am going to pull this out. It's a little bit tricky, so just to kind of give you guys a little heads up. When you take this T30 out, see that little clip, make sure that you push this clip. It angles down, as you can see. So if you're trying to fight to pull it out and you're like, damn, why is it not coming out? And you don't notice that that little hook is there, it ain't gonna come out. Basically, what you need to do, which I'm gonna show you now, remember the channel guide. See this black channel guide that goes all the way down to the metal? Make sure you remember that that goes in front, and you have to pull it out, because if you don't pull it out, you're not gonna get that actuator out. So what you do is, that's the 10mm bolt that's down here. You grab it, swing it to the side where you see it, and literally just pull it. It's not gonna damage nothing. You're literally just sliding it off of the rubber. Put it down. You can go back in. Now you see how the rubber's free. That's for the window. That's for the track when it goes down. So finish taking off the T30 bolts that are on the side, and then this harness here, well, these clips, the rods, whatever, just force them down, because what you're gonna do, like I said, is it has to come out of here. This is where the plugs are. You can't unplug it unless you pull it out, and then you unplug the 2 connectors. It's gonna be a black connector and I believe a gray connector. It's the only 2 things that are connected to it. Once that happens, pull it out, and then we'll continue from there. Car. Like I had mentioned before, obviously that's a door lock actuator. You have to take this cover out. So what you have to do is take off this screw, and the screw here. This is just the dust cover. Once this comes out, just pull it off. There's really no way that you need to know. You just remember that this one goes inside the slot. This one stays outside the slot. Thin arm straight, the thick arm that's angled. Just remember that. Don't take it off all the way. Just literally all you have to do is slide it up. So, like I said, that little mounting bolt there, that's it. That's all that holds this cover, and then the two there, and then I'll show you. It is taken apart. Like I said, that's what I mean. You don't actually have to pull it off all the way. Just leave it so that way you remember how it goes back on. The two mounting bolts are off. It's gonna be those two long ones, and then a little short one is the mounting bolt, which I believe mounts in that little hole right there. So basically, this is the new one. So match it up if you have to, you know, if you feel some type of way about it. So yeah, so boom. So let me show you this before I actually install it. Remember, that is the connector. So this piece here, see how it has like a little socket sort of scenario? Right there, it has like a hole, then it has a hook, and then it has that. Alright, so when you actually take it out, there's actually a ball that goes inside that pocket, and then there's a little piece that inserts that right there, and then obviously it pins in right there. Sorry I keep stopping, I have somebody blowing up my phone. So yeah, so all you basically got to do now is it's lifted up, so boom, separate it. So you see what I'm talking about? That ball goes inside, and then the bottom triangle piece, there's like a little entrance, that's where it slides in. And then there, that's the only thing that's a little bit of a pain. You just gotta unhook that pin. So basically, yeah, just unhook the pin, you're not gonna break anything. So unhook it, and then old one is out, new one is in. So like I said, all you have to do is put that pin back in. It's like a little elbow, and then this, angle this down, has to go inside that ball, and then literally just make sure it's in there, lift it up. My fault, my apologies. So yeah, it's basically just like that. See how it's inside? So you gotta make sure. Once it's inside, just angle it where your mounting bolts are. You gotta push it in, that's fine. That's it, screw it back down, put the dust cover back on, bolt that back down, and then reinstall it into the car. Little trick to when you put that clip in, just make sure it's rotating the right way, because like I said, you want, see, this piece to be up, and that piece is the one that goes inside, and then it clips in. And that's it. It's really all it is to it. Put the screws back on, put down the dust cover back on, screw it back in, and then reinstall it into the car. Yeah, so everything is actually put back on. I'm in a very big rush because I gotta eat, get ready for work in a little bit, so I don't want to take too much time, but everything is on. Like I said, just remember exactly the same things. 3 bolts now, you can see after I took the tape off. See the bolt there, and my fault. Where's the other one at? You got one there, and one down there. Those are the 2 that were covered by the tape, along with the 3rd one. Put the door handle on. Same scenario, just put it all back. There's nothing to it, just connect it, make sure that that clip goes in, the clip I was talking about. Make sure that all goes back on. So yeah, so basically after that, just reverse the order of how you took the door panel off, put it on. As you can see, door handle's back on. Just make sure that it goes in, because it's not tricky, it's just sometimes it gets a little stuck, and try not to be very careful with it, because you don't want to force that door handle inside, only because of the fact that you just don't want to break those 2 plastic clips that hold the rods, because then you're just being a world of it. So just, you know, take your time with it, don't rush. Don't be like me, I gotta go to work in about an hour and a half. So I'm gonna put everything back together, door panel, like I said, turn on my radio, make sure the speaker works. Yeah, and that's it. I'm gonna wrap up this wiring right now, and I'm going to call it. So just to give you guys a heads up of what might be coming soon, I will be having another video on suspension. and I will do the video for the audio. So it would be for the radio install, all the wiring, stuff like that, how everything connects, how to bypass the amp, which is actually behind the glove box on this side. There's a lot of people that always stress that subject, so I don't know, for me, I'll just do a video just so that way you guys can. I'll even put a link for all the parts. So yeah, so if you are interested in doing this mod, I will be putting the link to these door speaker adapters. They fit the gs300, the 400, and the 430. There's really no difference. Full set probably run you about 60 bucks. Like I said, the guy ships them out real fast. You know, they're real good, real tight. I mean, they're thin, they're good. I mean, there's different options, so you decide on what you want. There's different options about, I guess, the depth and how he mounts them, if you want it for a shallow speaker or for a deep speaker. I could have got the shallow speaker, but I didn't realize that these kickers are technically shallow. So that's why it has this extension piece that comes out. But so you can fit a deep speaker. The other one that he makes does not have this ring on it. It's actually just flat with the surface, so that way you can fit a shallow mount. But it doesn't really matter. There's really no price difference. I just didn't really know. So yeah, so I'm gonna put this all back together, make sure everything works, and yeah, so just you know, definitely feel free to comment and feel free to ask me any questions. Feel free to even ask me about anything video related, like if you're having an issue, or hey man, you know, give me some ideas, because like I said, I have literally done almost every repair to this car in the last few months that I've owned it. And I will be doing a backstory on how I ended up with this car. So stay tuned for that. You know, just a little, probably like a little 5-minute little video to just give everybody, you know, a little background story of why and how I ended up with this car. So yeah, so man, she's dirty. So yeah, so stay tuned for more videos. Please subscribe, please like the video, please comment, negative or positive, don't matter to me. Give me some ideas, tell your friends, tell whoever, you know, help me out, help you, all right? I mean, there's not really a lot of gs430 content out there, which the only difference is with the 430 when it comes to any of the content is really honestly going to be just engine related. I am doing the time belt and water pump and everything soon, probably in a month or two, so there's going to be a full video on that. But I will be having a tripod to help me out do records and repairs at the same time, so you guys can see. So that's going to help out definitely a lot, because this whole one-hand cameraman is a terrible idea. So yeah, so that's what's basically going to be coming in the future. So definitely comment, say whatever you have to say, let me know.